This is my first ever bike camp and I'm trying to find a spot. I'm local, I don't want to go too far on my first one because I'm not in the best physical condition anyway. But looks like we've got a bit of beekeeping going on. There are some bees in the vicinity. Doesn't look like it's regularly checked on, but I need to find a spot nearby and I think I'm going to have a look over there. Alright, let's continue. Okay, there's my bike on the floor. Like I said, it's not a tourist bike, it's not ideally packed, it's just a one-off night camp. I'm going to get more into this as I go along and get some better panniers. That's the view, not far from home. I'm going to take the bike a little bit further up and see how it looks. With a bit of deliberation, I've decided on here as my pitch spot for tonight. It is on the side of a field, but look at that view. It is stunning, absolutely stunning. So I'm staying in my poncho. I'm going to be putting it up here and that will be my view. I have quite a lot of grass underneath, so that will make for some good padding, good bedding. I'll show you what it looks like when I've got it up. I'm going to keep the bike in the corner. There's a gap in the hedge, takes you just through to another field. Good bug out area. Alright, talk to you in a bit. Okay, this is me setting up camp under me poncho. My first cycle camp, very local, and I'm about to get my brew on the go, so let's grab some water. Get the bush that stuck to me off. Right, I've got a meatballs and pasta, and I'm going to use the same water for my brew afterwards because it's boil in a bag. So that should be enough. 7 to 8 minutes. So designed for the great outdoors, this is Wayfarer, it will keep you going no matter what the extremes. Wayfarer meals are preserved naturally for our cooking process, and each pouch contains great tasting real food ready to eat. Enjoy straight from the backpack, hot or cold. So I could have this cold. I'm going to get this boiling first. It's lit. We have heat. Right, well I don't know how fast that is, but I'm going to get it boiling first. Normally these boil quite fast, I believe. It's the Jet Boil Mini Mo. And that's Lisa. Just telling it that I'm not too far away. It's only my first one, so... Well, I've done this many a time before, but my first one of recent. Having meatballs and pasta. That's what I'm about to tell. Now you come out to these fields in the middle of nowhere and your wife can still get hold of you. Still, I suppose that's why we come out to these fields in the middle of nowhere. Right, I'm going to try and keep everything together as much as I can. That's my full spoon. Is this still boiling? Yeah, I can see a flame on there, it's not too bad. Right, pause that for now. I don't want to be putting any twigs and stuff in. I'll let that boil up and then I'll get my bag in. So I'll show you the rest of the setup while I'm doing that. That's my mini mow. As I said earlier, a really lightweight tonight. That is a sort of day sack, a military style bag that I just bring out for the day. That's my poncho. I'm very used to camping under these. A couple of sticks that are extendable. I have a normal 3-season sleeping bag, and I also have a bivvy bag for a little bit extra protection. I do believe it's going to be fairly warm tonight, so probably won't need the sleeping bag. I could probably get away with the bivvy bag, but then it wouldn't really be too comfortable. I haven't bought anything to go underneath that as yet. I forgot it was a camp that was done really quickly on the go. There's my bike. It's a Boardman MX Comp. Yeah, it is covered in sort of cam tape. Don't know why I've done that. Sort of dressed it down a little bit. There are a few bikes being stolen at work, and I sort of figured that if I whacked a bit of tape around it and dressed it down a little bit, that mine probably wouldn't be the case. But I do lock it up as well. I have got a cam tarp for that I usually put over when I'm camping like this. But if you look and see where I am, there's absolutely no point in me doing that. None whatsoever. It is absolutely beautiful here, and I'm not going to be disturbed by anyone other than maybe the odd deer or the odd hedgehog. So I think I'm perfectly safe. It's going to be a good night. I'm going to watch the sun go down, which will be nice. I've got my bug spray. I don't want to be eaten alive while I'm out here. I use Jungle. It seems to be working at the moment. Right, get back to you in a minute. Right, so here's my site again. As I said, meatballs and pasta. And right, it says, so place unopened pouch in boiling water on a suitable camping stove. Well, that's fairly big, so I'm going to try that. I've then got to heat it for 7 to 8 minutes, drain away water and allow it to cool for 1 minute. Well, I'm not going to drain the water away because that's going to be my brew. And it's almost boiling, so I'm going to screw them up a little bit and put it in. I'll let it bubble around as it goes. And funnily enough, I have a watch, but I have my time on here. I'm going to let it boil a little bit first anyway. Right, I'll get back to you when it's done. Let's turn this baby off. Right, okay. I have timed the meatballs and pasta for 8 minutes. I'm going to open it up now and see what it's like. So that's hopefully done. Right, what I'm going to do is pop a tea bag in. This is peppermint. I don't have to worry about bringing milk. I could bring dry powdered milk, but I haven't bothered with that. Like I say, it's the first one I've done. I pretty much come out last thing and done this one. Didn't plan it, so it's, to be honest, it isn't far from where I live, so I just wanted to get out. This is de-stressing. So there is quite a bit of water in there, so I have to compensate with sugar. Unfortunately, I do want my sugar. Whack a few of them in. I could have bought something better to put that in really, but... and that can brew, well, has brewed. And that's a whopper, isn't it? Well, and the rest of the sugar would do for the next one, I suppose. I have also got a pudding, which I forgot about. I could have boiled that in the same water. I probably could boil that in the same water, but what I'll do is probably leave that till later. Sun goes in, probably have a brew or something in the dark, have my pudding then. That'll be quite nice. Right, so let's see what this tastes like. Well, if the sauce is anything to go by, that's actually quite nice. I wonder if the lid will get completely off. Yes. Right, well I'm gonna, oh that's all the way up. I'm gonna turn that off. This is actually quite warm at the bottom. Wow. Meatballs and pasta. Mm. Mm. That is actually quite nice. Mm. You're probably better off pouring this into a tub than eating it from the packet, but it's going down well. These are very expensive anyway. In future what I'll do is I'll probably buy a sachet from Tesco's. You can buy the little pasta bags from there, there's nothing wrong with them. And you've got a meal. It's probably not quite as nice as this, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper. And plus you've got all the carbs you need in it as well. That's delicious. Yeah. I'm gonna crack on and eat that. I'll be back to you soon. Right, hi. Well, it's not night, but it is getting a lot later, and I brought with me a DPM cover for my bicycle, and I think it's actually pretty effective. So I'm just sort of demonstrating it now. Obviously you can see my poncho there, and yes, you can make out the DPM poncho, it does stick out, but not as much as it would if it was just a bike. That's not bad. Right, and now I've actually gone further afield, so I am further back, and now you can see that the visibility has distinctly broken up. It's, you know, it's less visible than ever before. That is perfect. So is it something worth bringing? Well, yeah. You know, if it keeps you less visible, then it's always a good thing. And to be honest, it doesn't weigh that much. I haven't got weight on it at the moment. But it's something I can do, weigh it up. And to be honest, did it have much weight? No. Was it worth bringing? Yeah, it's worth trying. What I'll do is I'll whack it on the scales and I'll add a weight to it later on. I bought it from Bayleaf. I believe it was probably a seller on Amazon, and it's a good buy. I'm very happy with it, and obviously you can use it for more than covering your bike. It is waterproof, so there we go, the Bayleaf DPM bicycle cover. Just make sure you can find it in the morning. Just wanted to do a test further back. Obviously this is becoming way out of my range now. I mean, my naked eye can see that. I don't know how that will look on video camera, but yeah, not bad. Right, and this is just ridiculous way back. I mean, with the naked eye, yeah, you can sort of make something out there. The poncho is actually more visible now than the DPM, so the DPM is showing why it's more effective. The only reason the poncho is showing is because it's not a natural shape, whereas the DPM is pushed back against the bush. So the poncho is obviously looking more unnatural because of its shape, which gives it away, and the fact that it's elevated slightly from the floor. But other than that, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, the sun is going down. There we have it. So what I'm going to need to do is get all my bits slowly away before it gets too dark. I'm having a peppermint brew at the moment. I've just finished the meatballs and pasta, and again that's my poncho setup with bivvy bag and 3-season sleeping bag. So just sort of very lightweight. As I say, I was able to come out on my bike and do this. Tents and that don't bother me. I have got a 2-man Van Gogh tent which I'm yet to trial, but to be honest, I'm used to doing it old schooly style under a poncho. Very basic, very fast to put up, very fast to put away, and completely waterproof, and is very well vented. And there we have it. Right, I'm going to settle down for the evening now. If I do get any more of a magnificent sky, I'll be sure to share it with you. Got a little bit of red up there, a little bit of orange. So I'll leave it at that. That's overlooking the picturesque village of Cavendish. Way, way, way in the distance. A beautiful scene though of all the fields. Right, let's settle down. I've got to get that on camera. Now, that sounds like a military helicopter coming towards me. I don't know whether you'll be able to hear that yet. There's a little dot in the distance, just coming by where the sun is going down. You may see the light flashing on it occasionally. Looks like it's going to pass over the tree line. Could have been an Apache, but a pretty cool way to see the evening in. They do pass over here quite regularly. Exercise and everything else. Yeah, you can certainly hear that now. I'm drinking my peppermint tea. Cheers. Right, good morning everyone. It is AM. I have risen. I have started packing. There is my sleeping bag. Now obviously I packed and done this on a quickie, and one of the items that I forgot was my roll mat. That would have given me a lot of comfort in the night underneath my sleeping bag. However, I forgot that, so I packed under the sleeping bag with lots of grass, but that being said, it was still very, very hard. So an essential bit of kit to pack, even when you are packing in a hurry, is definitely your comfortable roll mat to pad out your sleeping bag that little bit more, because it was a very, very hard floor and a very hard night's sleep because of that. But all in all, I've enjoyed my first experience, and I will be doing it again. So what I need to do is get packed up. I'll do that, get all my little bits away, and then I'll be looking forward to some breakfast. I just texted the wife asking me if it's ready for breakfast, so I most certainly am. So, we'll avoid cooking here this morning, which is a little bit, well, it's okay, but I was looking forward to it. It's all part of the camping experience, isn't it? Right, let's get the cooker away. This was my pillow, and I didn't use or scrunch up any clothes. A Van Gogh pillow, I've had it some time. It's a half moon, and it was really very comfortable. I sort of folded this in half. A lot of the time I was laying on it as is, but folded that in half, and it really was quite comfortable. So I should be taking that again. It's more of a luxury item, but I say you can fold your clothes up and use them, but this done a fantastic job. I was very impressed. So it will be coming again. I have used this before, in all honesty, and I did like it then. But tonight, because I forgot the mat that goes underneath my sleeping bag, and I only had this, it was the only bit of comfort that I had, so I realised that what a difference it made. It really did make that difference. Right, I do believe it's Poncho downtime. So the longest packing. Oh, the sleeping bag. That didn't take too long. Right, so tent pegs. These are very easy to pull out because they have a good handle on them. They weigh a little bit more because of that. But easy to put in, easy to take out. This is good.